Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to talk about a champion who has been a while. She was added to the game in 2019 Halloween, so it's been, a year plus now that we had Madame Serris in the game. Certainly the most popular epic champion for Platinum Tier Arena, but we're not going to focus here just on Platinum Tier Arena, guys. Going to also touch on some dungeons, touch on how to build a proper team around her for speed farming in the arena. There's really no better, I guess Ghostborn you can make a case for, but really there's no better in my mind consistent debuffer slash buff stripper out there than Madame Serris. That's what makes her so good. She also has an incredibly viable A2 in Trick in Treats in her kit, and she got better, guys. You can never use Madame Serris up until a few days ago. You can never use her on auto teams because she would not auto into her Midnight Ritual. Instead, she would auto into her A2 Trick in Treats. She no longer does that. So it's a huge indirect buff in terms of, well, I mean, lazy people like yours truly. We can go ahead and just auto, and now she's going to auto into Midnight Ritual much more often. So Midnight Ritual removes all buffs from all enemies, places a decreased attack and a decreased defense, debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Just insane ability. They nerfed it, didn't even make a difference at all. It's still an insane ability. Midnight Ritual. Trick in Treats are A2, a great ability, but she used to auto into this, and you can see why it's not as advantageous to auto into the Trick in Treats. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance win booked of stealing 1 random buff from each target. Place a block debuff buff on all allies for 2 turns if any buff is stolen. Place a true fear debuff for 1 turn on enemies who have buff stolen. Wow, great CC, great block debuffs, and an AoE attack at that as well, right? Panic Spread on her A1, she has a chance of placing a fear debuff, and it increases depending on how many debuffs the target is under. And then her passive, really cool too, places a shield buff on this champion equal to 10% of their max HP at the start of every turn. When attacked while under that shield, has a 35% chance of placing fear debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Now Masteries, guys, I was just looking at my Masteries, and I'm cheap, right? I'm in a cheap mood right now. I don't feel like resetting them, but I would say that I would not advise you guys to go offensive tree on your Madame Serris if you have her built the way that I do. I'd rather go defense, grab the Defiant, grab the extra resistance. I'd rather probably end on Retribution, have a chance at, again, landing those fears on the A1. And then on the support tree, I would stand by this kind of support side of the Masteries and end with Eagle Eye. The name of the game here is getting as much accuracy as we can on this champion, okay? But why not offense, Ash? Well, you're going to see how I have her built, and again, it's one of those situations. I haven't looked at her Masteries in quite a while, and I'm like, why? Just why do I bother with the, do I really need bring it down? Nah, I don't. Do I really need kill streak? No, I don't. So I would, again, just go down the defense tree instead, unless you have high crit rate on this champion. I could easily put my Madame Serris here in crit rate gauntlets. She has an AoE attack. She hits decently hard for a support champion on her A1. Her attack is not, she's not a nuker by any stretch of the imagination, but she can help you out with a little bit of supplemental damage. So I know some people do try to put her, especially on a speed farming team where if you don't nuke down the enemy team, it's game over. You've already lost anyway. Getting a little bit extra damage sometimes can make the difference. By the way, 1,000 artifacts now. That's good news, huh, guys? Good news. You didn't have to pay anything for it. Didn't have to pay anything for this. We did have to pay, of course, for the champion slots, but not too bad. Anyway. So the name of the game here, as I said, guys, is accuracy. 663 accuracy on this Madame Serris. Doesn't have to be that high. For dungeons, 220 accuracy. For level 20 dungeons, you're looking good. For Doom Tower, I would aim for 300 or higher accuracy on hard Doom Tower. But for Platinum Tier Arena, or for the arena in general, you can't get enough accuracy. I would advise you guys go with accuracy chest on your Madame Serris as well as an accuracy banner. So we have speed, we have accuracy. We're going to talk about speed and how to speed tune an arena team in just a moment here, but really speed and accuracy are my big priorities on this champion. After that, a little bit of defense, a little bit of HP as well. Can't hurt. We do have perception, a perception set and accuracy sets on this champion. Man, if perception sets were built for any champion inside this game, it would be Madame Serris, right? Fits really, really well. 40 accuracy and 5% speed. If I had the gear, I would put 3 perception sets on her instead of accuracy. However, I need her speed tuned. I need her above 241 speed, so I don't have any speed to spare here on this build. But as I said, accuracy chest on her, accuracy banner on her, speed on the boots, obviously, and you can go kind of what I was looking for, whatever on the gauntlets, honestly, just in case. Just wanted to get the speed and the accuracy on the substats here. The rest of the gear, still, we're looking at accuracy and speed, accuracy and speed, and accuracy and speed. You guessed it. So let's go ahead and try her out, guys. First in, I was in platinum at the beginning of this recording. I've already dropped out here. But let's just go ahead and try to run the table here against all these teams. Why not, right? Then we'll try her out in a dungeon, talk about it. So this team, not exactly free-to-play friendly, but at the same time, essentially the roles here are a cleanser or a CC champion. Someone's going to stun, freeze, whatever the other team, put their skills on cooldowns. Champion like Basher, champion like, anybody who's doing those things. Or a cleanser, a champion like Reliquary Tender, a champion like Skytouch Shaman, like Battle Sage. Great in this role. That way we can go into teams that have freeze or any CCs or any debuffs, Hegemons, Torments, etc. A nuker and a debuffer. Speed booster. So this speed boost on, talking about speed tuning, speed boost on Arbiter fills a turn meter of all allies by 30%. So basically we want all of our allies within 30% speed of our Arbiter. So my Arbiter speed right now is 344. That means we want 242 speed on all of our champions. That way she can boost them up to her speed and no one's going to cut us in line on the enemy team. So that's why we have these speed tuned appropriately. All four of these champions, I'm making sure 241 or above on their speed. Actually could probably use another 1 or 2 speed on my Trunda, and then Skytouch Shaman, who I just did a guy on yesterday, is at 250. So let's go ahead and put it on auto, right? And this is the beauty. You couldn't do this back in the day. You couldn't put it on auto. You had to, see, boom, Midnight Ritual. She would always go in with trick and treats. So now, I mean, I love it. Now I can actually use Madame Serris on auto. It's beautiful, guys, in the arena, and you guys can too. She's a brilliant speed farming champion because, well, you know why, right? She takes away all the buffs and she adds all those debuffs to the enemy team. So again, you can see how we did get cut in line that turn, but it didn't really matter. Still able to get the job done here. And this was not the fastest victory here, but the beautiful thing is I can take this from, gold 2 all the way up to platinum, the same team, and just kind of blindly go into anything. Tormund, no big deal. Who cares, right? As long as we're faster, right? That's the big caveat here. But we are faster in this situation. Boom, we come in there, we cleanse with Sky Touched, and again, we are good to go. We do get cut, so again, I must not have everything right there in terms of my speeds. So we do kill everybody anyway, but again, do as I say, not as I do. This is actually a new team for me. I just built it yesterday once I built up Skytouch Shaman for that video. But you guys get the point, right? I think the biggest takeaway here is it's so nice to be able to just go auto now. I mean, I never used her as a speed farming debuffer. I always used her as just kind of an auto. Like if I wanted to climb and push to whatever, top whatever platinum, I would probably use her in those situations. But now I can use her just as a speed farmer in the arena. I can put her on any team. Let's go against kind of all of these teams are unique, I guess, in their own way. So I'll kind of finish running the board here, hopefully, if our speeds don't mess us up. And then I'll take her for a spin in the dungeon and see what happens there. You guys can see, though, I mean, just so effective now, how good she is. And I'll tell you what, guys, when I run my defensive team, I'll show you my defensive team in the arena. I'm going to do a video soon here where I think I might have hinted at this before, but I think it'd be really fun. And let me know what you guys think, if you think this is a good idea or not. But I'm going to do kind of my first arena team with, like, Apothecary, and then the evolution. I think that I first added Seeker, and then I added Prince Kaimar, and then I kind of went through the Krutraxa and whatever, and kind of where I am now, the main teams that I use. Let me know if you think that'd be interesting, but it will kind of show you the evolution of my, and we lose here actually to Ray, and again, we are getting cut, so that's unfortunate there, but at the end of the day, let's go ahead and see if we can go against like a strong defensive team here. We have a couple here. Let's go against this dude, C Error. Ooh, this is a good one. He has 410k total power. Let's see if we can nuke this team down. And that's the brilliant thing about, you know, a team like this, right? So they start out with a double shield. They have Mountain King, obviously, in a shield set. They have Krisk, starts out with all allies with a shield equal to 50% of his HP. So, we don't even, I'm so used to going on auto, we don't even have to do it here. But I will anyway. We'll get the block debuffs up. We'll get the revive on death. We'll strip away all of those shields because we have super high accuracy. And then we'll nuke everybody down. Everybody should be dead. We fail on Mountain King, but Arbiter or somebody will clean up. Trunda does die, but she has to revive on death thanks to Sky Touch. So again, my strategy in the arena is you target defensive teams with a team like this. This is for pushing in the arena, by the way. You target defensive teams with a team like this, and then you target offensive teams. Let's try to find another defensive team. You target a really strong offensive team with a defensive team, right? So that's kind of, wow, we're going against all speed here, guys.
It really only hurts when I think about it, which is pretty much all the time.
Let me go one more time. I just want to find like another really, really strong defensive squad here, and I mean, all of these tournament teams are so easy now with Sky Touched on your roster, or a cleanser, Battle Sage, champions like that, right? Even Grubtuck Mossbeard is being used as well. So, you know, it doesn't matter. Tormund's really negated because of all the cleansers that are meta right now. Sathalia, there's a lot of them, right? But yeah, you guys can see, nice and easy there. Made it to Platinum. Let's go ahead and stop the arena pushing. And I will show you, though, against like a really fast Arbiter team, just for the heck of it. I guess this team would be really, oh, 80k power. I can't use that. Let me find a really fast, okay, this one. Much more like it. So this is the team that I'll run against. I know I'm kind of, feel free to fast forward, 40 seconds if you don't care about this because it's not Madame Serris. But I'm using kind of like a super pay-to-win, disgusting team. But the whole point here is that we're going with just like a ton of shields, against a team like this. So we have the double shield, just like that opponent that I just went into, right? We have the Krisk and the Mountain King shield, and even though they go first and nuke us down, they don't do anything to us. So my strategy kind of is, against speed teams, I'll go all defense. And against defense teams, I'll go all speed because the person on offense has the inherent advantage, right? So that's how we kind of abuse that fact. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into a quick, I don't know, she's Void Affinity. She works in every dungeon. Let's go ahead and show her in an Ice Golem team because why not, right? So I'll be right, actually, we can use this team, why not? Boom. So pretty fun team. We have Shield Guard, Reliquary Tender, Madame Serris is our debuffer, Silva Drakes, and Doomscreech. So Shield Guard is our, wait a second here. We don't have any aura on this whole team? Bummer. Well, it doesn't work here anyway, but might as well put Doomscreech in the lead. So, there she goes. She's autoing into her Midnight Ritual. These little changes, I really wish, I can't complain, right? Beggars can't be choosers. They're doing it now, that's good. But I really wish Plarium would do this more. There's so many. Do you have any champions out there, guys, that frustrates you in terms of they're always doing the wrong thing on auto? I hear some people, even in my clan, I saw, I think, I forgot who was mentioning it, but kind of complaining that Trunda now prioritizes sometimes her A2 over A3. So let me know if there's something that really just kind of gnaws at you in terms of a champion that prioritizes the wrong ability and you can't even use them on auto. I like that they changed Coltar as well against Fire Knight. I have not tried yet. I think that just it was like messed up and they kind of redid it, I believe. So I haven't tried it against Fire Knight, but man, the fact that she's not going to use Heartseeker into the Fire Knight shield It's just obvious, and I'm glad they made that change. So again, looking at you guys for some suggestions as to champions that are also broken. Let me know. I'll read the comments, and maybe we can pass that feedback on to Plarium, right? So pretty cool team here. I can't lie. I like this team a lot. And even though it only lasts, the debuffs only last 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. It used to last 3. I still think she's a rather consistent and reliable debuffer to have, because she does add that crowd control with her kit, with her passive, her A1, and her A2, and she's stealing buffs on her A2 as well. So I think she brings a lot to the table. Most people look at her, especially end game whale players, dirty spenders such as yours truly. I think most people put her in that box where she's only good for the arena, but she's actually a very reliable. The fact that she debuffer for dungeons and for Doom Tower, for a lot of other players too, especially the fact again that she has void affinity, so you have to worry about affinity matchups or mismatches, especially when it comes to landing all of those debuffs, which you have to worry about for a lot of the other popular champions inside the game. So here, it's not going to be the fastest run you've ever seen, but again, I mean, we only have one nuker on the team, and it's Shield Guard, the uncommon champion, right? I think Shield Guard is actually in Reflex right now. Let's see. I did a video Shield Guard in Reflex the other day, in case you guys missed that one and want to check it out. So I think that was his A2 back-to-back there, right? Let's see if he does it 3 times in a row. Nope. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, solid team. I'll come back at you at the end of the run. You guys don't need me to ramble here for another minute and a half. All right, guys, so here we go. It took us a while. Stag Knight obviously is a preferable champion when it comes to decreased attack, decreased defense on the same skill on a 3-turn cooldown. But if you need that extra utility that Madame Serris provides, especially in Doom Tower, when you go against all those waves of all those strong buffers, I mean, there's so many waves like that, right? Whether it's Man-Eaters, whether it is Sir Nicholas's, there's so many champions, Valkyries, that are just so annoying to deal with. Why not take all of those buffs off by using a Madame Serris as your debuffer and a full buff cleanser for the other team, or stripper, or remover. Anyway, guys, we're going to end the video there. Let me know what you think of Madame Serris. Are you as happy as I am to have her finally fixed in terms of being able to put her on auto as a speed farmer debuffer inside the arena? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, take care, guys.